Now we're going to get into how to count eighth note triplets. Let's think back about how we counted eighth notes and how we counted quarter notes. Okay, quarter notes were 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes were 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now eighth note triplets are basically 3 hits per quarter note. Okay, so the time it takes you to play one quarter note, you can play 3 eighth note triplets. Does that make sense? It's very, very important that you understand this. So when you hear a piece of music and you're counting the quarter note, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know how eighth note triplets relate to that tempo and relate to that feel as well. And so let's just play 1 bar of quarter notes and then 1 bar of eighth note triplets at 60 beats per minute, because I want to show you how those two relate to each other. So how do we count eighth note triplets? Well, I use 2 different ways. Okay, the first way is just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And the second way is 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. You can choose whatever you want, but I prefer 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It just makes more sense based on how everything else is counted. Now another thing I want to talk about is that I was playing the triplets with 2 hands, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. You don't always need to do that. Sometimes the triplets can be played with 1 hand, similar to this. Also, you can choose to hit certain notes louder and certain notes quieter, which is what you heard me doing. Da, 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 da. Okay, that doesn't change the note value, that just changes the way those notes feel. Okay, so what I've done is I've written out 5 exercises here, and we're going to go through each one of them at 60 and 100 beats per minute. Let's start with exercise 1. It's just basically right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, all on the snare drum. And we're going to do this at 60 and 100, and make sure you kind of count along with me the first time through before you actually try it. So when I'm playing, just count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and really try and internalize the way this note value sounds and how it relates to the quarter note. Here we go. In exercise 2, we're going to start to move this around the drum set. And we're basically going to go right, left, left the whole time. So right, left, left on the snare, right, left, left on the high tom, right, left, left on the mid tom, right, left, left on the low tom. Now it's very important when doing this that you keep in mind the different note spacing. Okay? You're not just going right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left. You really want each note to have equal spacing. Right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left. Okay, no one is perfect. I've never met a perfect drummer, although I have listened to some drummers who I thought were absolutely unbelievable and were pretty much near perfect, but they probably wouldn't even admit it, and I don't think you could find a drummer that would admit they have actually perfect time. So all we can do is strive to get there and strive to get better and better. So here we go, exercise 2. I'm going to play it at 60 and 100 beats per minute. In exercise 3, we're playing all the notes in the hi-hat with our right hand. Or if you're left-handed, you can just play with your left hand and hit the snare with the right hand. The bass drum is on counts 1 and 3. The snare drum is on counts 2 and 4. Okay, so take this one slow, start this at 60, and then eventually you can work your way up to 100 beats per minute. I'll play it for you now at 60 and 100. Exercise 4 basically puts our right hand on the hi-hat, left on the snare, and we just alternate between these two voices with the bass drum on counts 1 and count 3. Now what I like to do is accent counts 2 and 4, and you have a pretty cool sounding groove. It's also based off of eighth note triplets. So I want to show you guys how you can actually use these within your everyday drumming. It's really an awesome note value, and I think a lot of drummers actually avoid triplets because they think it sounds confusing for some reason when they're actually really, really useful, not only in jazz, but in rock and in many, many other styles. So here we go. I'm going to play this at 60 and 100 beats per minute. In exercise 5, we're going to play the same groove we played in exercise 4 at the beginning for 1 bar, and then we're going to go to the fill that we played in exercise 2, down the drums. Okay, so just really, really focus on keeping an even note spacing when you're going from alternating to right, left, left. Okay, that's the challenge, going into the fill and then coming back out of the fill into the beat. So I'm going to play this for you at 60 and 100 beats per minute. So there are 5 exercises that are going to teach you how to count eighth note triplets. It's not as complicated as you might have thought it was. It's actually quite simple once you get it. So play all these at 60 beats per minute for at least 2 minutes straight. Okay? You need to be able to get it perfectly for 2 minutes straight. Once you feel comfortable and you've worked your way up to 100 beats per minute, and you played it for 100 beats per minute perfectly for 2 minutes straight, then you can move on to how to count 16th notes.